Mahila, here we go. Last vid for the night. Yes, it's CNN, but I just use it to show information. That's all. I don't really take sides. But the woman on the left is one of the hosts, and she is kind of saying like, well, it's not pre-tea tie. Okay, like it's not pretty. Like she's saying that, okay, say that, Achilles Mervis is deleting videos um, because he kind of lashes out against Groxt and the Watchmen, who he thinks are agents, the Ben Hur spirit that usually operates in smoke, but through my deal is operating through like my parents and people that I'm around during the day, using them to like get me to trip up if they can. And they have no rest. They're using them through a mark of the beast claw system of like the food they eat and stuff, as it says in the Idle Shepherd of Zechariah. And like Tyrese Gibson went through some of that stuff, and he talks about it when they went after his daughter and all that. So there's that whole side to it, and like she's saying like, okay, he's deleting videos, and which I have, but it's not what those videos say, like about warning of Grox and these guys who, like, the Islam, whether you think they're right or wrong, they don't cut off. Like it took them until the superhero movies basically, and before that some of the slasher films, like just a couple of them in the 80s. Like it took all that time for them to like get able to cut off. And like Obama, he bombed the charming locations. So whether you think it's right or wrong, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying like, okay, like I think that Osama bin Laden what is Obama. Like when he cut off, he became Obama. And like whether he looked like Osama or not, like he's like what I'm saying is um what I'm saying is that Osama had a girl or probably a few, and like they went out to SD or Las Vegas, and then there was a big 9/11, and then like there was no rapture. So it all doesn't come down to the 9/11. Like there can be a 9/11 if there's a rapture, and like it's like it all goes through, and it would be like the Warner Bros for that time, and the Book of Malachi and all that. But like the Ben Hur guys I'm dealing with, they're writing the book, but they're writing it against me, man. They're writing it as proof of like how I'm a terrorist or something. And then like, which I don't even have guns. Like I'm not a terrorist. But then so like in that 5 month cycle that I have written out, like yeah, there's most likely a 9/11, but like we still make it to a rapture, like a Left Behind film rapture. So there's that, but like 9/11, like see, they had the smoke released and all that, and like they're like we're still here. So a lot of that I think, and then like Obama was on the scene a little bit later. So they would probably do the same thing with me. And that's Ezekiel 13 talks about that a little bit, but they've changed it to mean like hit the butt, F Lee, and like get a job or something. Like they've made it like pilot stuff where like you have to be completely in control of your emotions. They've made it like that because like basically like you'll have no friends like if you're in this deal. And then but really it meant like that they would be the terrorists and then there would be no rapture. So that's really what it meant. And like, but see, God even saw like Obama through that, you know. It's like they're not powerful enough to like make a difference like with what God's gonna do. Um so
Dictory and information online. Take the case of Christine Kaufman in that story. She said, I'm a scientist by profession. I believe in this stuff, but I simply couldn't get answers. That's how she ended up with COVID-19 in hospital a week before her due date. It's absolutely concerning to all of these parents to be that there's no clear guidance, no clear advice from health officials trickling down to their doctors. And in the meanwhile, there's this very real threat out there, the Delta variant, putting pregnant people at risk more than ever before, Laura.
Well, you see the risk so clearly in that piece with the mom who got it just a week before she was due. I get it. The conflicting information is hard, but the data is clear on what happens to you if you do get COVID, and it's not pretty. Selma, thank you so much for that reporting. It's just really incredible. Thanks.
so like the woman on the right, she was trying to help kind of and be like, look, like it all seems doomed, like this Delta variant, like the multitudes. And she's saying like a week before the due date would have been like we did it early, like that, you know, like the Adino Easy Night. If you take it from June 8th, 2019, which was buried treasure, like Biggie Small says, and nothing bad with any of that, but like he talks about the buried treasure, and like that's where my dog shat in Tustin. So like there's that whole, like if you take it all the way back to like the very beginning. So then if they wanted to do a 3 day, then it would be like a week. If I'm 10 days out right now, it would be a week, and then 3 days would be the Who or the 800, you know, unless they wanted to do 803. But um so like this is all good, so like it's good stuff, you know. I'm just kind of trying to break it down, and like the one on the left, like she's not bad or something, like it's okay, but like she's trying to warn. Most likely she's trying to warn, like, okay, you know, this is what they're saying, Brock, like like they're really trying to get the woman in SD or something. So, and you know, I mean, um yeah, like he's got some Terry girls. Like, well, if Jesus tarries, like I'll make you a breakfast. Like, you know, we'll have pancakes and syrup and sausage and biscuit and gravy, and like it'll be really good. But like it's Terry. Like there's no spirit of like the woman. Like they go out there, they become spiritually dead. Like the women he has out there now. Like they're not, like, yeah, they have no rest like him, but like there's no spirit of hope. And like, yeah, they'll lie and stuff, but it's not, you know. So like I'm not gonna let that happen to the woman that possibly texted me. Like that's not what needs to happen. We need to go off of the writings that Jesus sent to me to write. And like if you go off that 9 nanny video I put in my like videos, like, yeah, like hey, you know, sat me down, asked a few questions, like, you know, like I'm with the big dogs. Like I'm not, you know, like if it ain't Jesus, it's like the spirit of these animals that are like ready for the ark, because that's a lot of what my writings are. So like it's some real shit, man. Like, and I didn't know about 9 nanny then. Like I didn't know. I found that the other day. So there's that. Yeah, like I'm not trying to scare anybody, but like, if the real sacred woman went out there, like he'd probably, make a call and like they wouldn't be seen from again. That's how scary this stuff is, man, for real. Like, and that's what happened to Hemsworth, like Pine, all them. They had women that they protected that were that they would cover up out like how the they have to wear the coverings in Islam. Well, like they had women they protected from like all the downside of that stuff. Like they did it to like protect they girls. Like they did it like so that their girls wouldn't be charmed or struck or any of that stuff. Like they were protecting they girls, and like a lot of like the